Welcome to the channel if you haven't been here before, and welcome back if you're a returning visitor. Right, today, because I'm still waiting for the paint to dry on certain parts of the BF109 build, for some reason it's taken longer than it should do, but I can't do anything until the area that I've painted is dried, and I don't want to really rush it. So instead of today's video being the next part of the BF109 build, what we're going to do is we're going to do an inbox review of another kit that I bought that was on offer on Amazon. And I've always wanted to build one of these anyway, a Mosquito. And as you can see, the box is a bit beat up. So let's see what happens when we open the box. I haven't really had a look in there, so I haven't unsealed any of the bags that have got sprues in or anything like that. Right, so what we've got is a Tamiya De Havilland Mosquito, the Bomber Mark.IV, or the Photo Reconnaissance Mark.IV as well, in 1/72 scale. If you look there, you can see the two schemes that you've got. So you've basically got the bomber scheme here, using the grey and green camouflage, and here you've got the Photo Reconnaissance version, which is blue, and there'll be probably some windows to open up and things like that for the Photo Reconnaissance. And if the build goes together when I do it anything like the BF109, I'll be very happy, because so far it's the meshes the BF109 has gone together really nice. I'm hoping later on to move up slightly to 1/48 scale, but I've still got like a 3 or 4 1/72 scale models to work my way through. Anyway, so there's the box. Tamiya De Havilland Mosquito, Bomber Mark.IV, Photo Reconnaissance Mark.IV. So you've got two schemes, and let's just open the box. As you can see, it did get a beating in shipping or in storage. I'm not sure which. Right, so we get the lid off. Right, now we've got the lid off, so we're going to have a look inside, and obviously first thing we can see probably is the instructions. And as it says here, it's De Havilland Mosquito, B for Bomber Mark.IV, PR Photo Reconnaissance Mark.IV, and this is item 60753, which is a year 2000 tooling. So it's 25 years old, this model. So it's fairly old. Hopefully it'll still be as good as a Mosquito. Not a Mosquito, sorry, the BF109. Anyway, so we've got the usual thing on here, a bit of history about the Mosquito that you can see here, saying that it was mainly built from wood, which was quite an amazing feat for this aircraft. Unbelievable, this place. And they actually, because it was a wooden construction, a lot of these planes were built in converted furniture factories. Sorry about the noise, somebody's doing some building next door. Right, we'll just jump into the manual. In the manual we've got the usual things. Tools you're going to need, some colour scheme stuff here. Then we go through the usual build of the aircraft. So, like most stuff, actually not like most stuff, right? Most builds we know, or that we do these days, you usually start in the cockpit. Here we start with the engine nacelle and the wing, then undercarriage, carry on with the undercarriage, then we start on, like, it takes, basically it's step 7 before we even touch the cockpit assembly. So it still looks pretty straightforward. It's got the usual call outs for colours, sprues and everything like that, and then in here there is a call out for a decal for the instrument panel. We go all the way through and up to step 8, which completes the cockpit. Then we move on to fuselages, 2 different halves there, and I really don't like this layout of these Tamiya manuals, instruction manuals. And then we do a similar thing that we, actually this is very reminiscent of the FX Lancaster, the way they've done this, where you've got the two reinforced pieces that make up where the wing attaches, and which is part of the cockpit tub. Then you squeeze the two fuselage halves together. Bombay doors, light in here. I think it depends on which aircraft you're doing. For this piece here, obviously there'll be a window if you're doing the photo reconnaissance version. Cockpit, how to build up the engine nacelle, not nacelles, the spinner and propellers. Main assembly, then putting all the pieces together, and the final assembly. Now I'll probably do this in different order really, because I like to leave a lot. I mean, admittedly this will probably be my fourth or fifth aircraft that I'll be building, and I like to get the aircraft constructed near enough and leave off like the propellers, spinners, all the ancillary pieces, and just leave, as long as I've got the wings and the fuselage, the tail, horizontal stabilisers, as long as all that lot's attached, then to do the paint job. So a lot of this stuff will be in slightly different sub-assemblies for me, probably. But we'll see about that when I come and record it. Here we've got colour schemes. Colour scheme A is Bomber MK.IV, 105 Squadron. So it's just normal sort of like green. And then over here, oh, we've got another. So what is it? So you've got another, oh right, okay. So we've got another one as well, 109 Squadron, and this has got like the black underneath, reminiscent of sort of like night fighters. Then over here, I presume, yeah, there's the blue for the photo reconnaissance version. But that's basically the manual. So you've got three schemes you can do with this, so that's pretty cool. Yeah. But I'm still not a fan of these Tamiya manuals. So we'll close that off. Next we got some decals. Not a lot. As you can see, like I said, you're seeing it as I'm seeing it for the first time. I haven't actually really had a good look inside, so we'll see if it survived the shipping, shall we? Right, so we've got the manuals. Not manuals, the decals, I do apologise. Looks pretty standard. I mean, yeah, so they look quite good. And not looking bad at all. Seat belts. I'm not a fan of decal seat belts, but in the absence of any seat belts whatsoever supplied with the kit, because I don't usually get photo etch, they're not too bad, especially at this scale. The 172 scale is it gets away with these. I found. Excuse me, that was a dog yawning. Anyway, I found with them, because I'm building the BF109 at the moment, and I was thinking of doing the seat belts on a bit of foil or something to make it more like photo etch, or give it a bit more texture like photo etch. But when I actually did apply the seat belt decal in the BF109, it went in okay, and you really can't notice that it's so much a decal, and because of the scale, it'd probably make it a lot more difficult to do anything a bit more intricate with it. But yeah, so we've got that. I mean, looks quite good. Yeah, I mean, it's got everything I really want there. I've still got to finish off doing some of the bigger stuff on the BF109 to say what I think of the decal so much. But so far, I've put a couple on. I've put the seat belt on, and I've put the instrument panel on the BF109. And actually, Microsol and Microsol didn't do a bad job of it. So these weren't too bad. But with this being a 2000, they might be quite thick, as I've heard anyway. So next we got a sprue in here. Well, look at that one. I'm not going to take the glass out because I don't want to damage the glass, and we'll take a closer look at the glass when it comes to building the actual model. So what we've got is this sprue here. Get my blackies on, which is sprue F, I believe. Yeah, sprue F, and here we've got. Oh, see, that's come away. And there, I remember mentioning the whole reason why I like the fact that they're in separate bags in the Tamiya kits is because it stops that sort of thing from happening and stops the model from getting damaged. Okay, don't want there's any damage to it. Right, so that's sprue F. It's basically got the underside, instrument panel, part of the nose I believe, if I can keep hold of it, and some of the inside of the actual cockpit area. I'm not going to muck about too much with it because I don't want to damage what's already undamaged. Like detail actually, quite like detail. I don't know if you can see it. This sort of thing doesn't seem to work on my camera, but I don't know whether that's in focus or not. But actually looking at the detail, I quite like it. And it's the detail we've got on the instrument panel, even though there's detail there, and you could probably do a bit of dry brushing on it, it's not too heavy that you won't be able to seat the decal in there. Because I have noticed, or I have seen on some of the couple of that I've looked at before, that sometimes when they texture the supply a decal with the instrument panel and it's too heavy detailed on the instrument panel, sometimes it is really hard to get the decals to seat. Right, so that's sprue F. Right, another baggie here with 2 sprues in. See, you can see it's older because the staples holding the bag together. Right then, these sprues, right, we've got sprue C and sprue, 2 sprue C's, and they look identical. They look, yeah, they've got the same numbers and everything on there. They're identical. 1, 2. So some of these, okay, yeah, they're all, well, you could say that there was a lot of doubling up going on here, but actually probably not so much. It's more to do with the versions. Here you went, so if you look at these 2, they look pretty much identical, yeah, but there's only 2 wheels. There's 1 wheel per sprue there. The propellers, there's 2 rounded, 2 sharp tipped. You've got 2 spinners, you know, 1 on each sprue. So yeah, bombs. Yeah, I don't know if there are any actual duplicates here, or whether you're going to use all of them. It's nice, I mean the detail on nice. See, the one thing I do like about the Tamiya is you do get tread on the tyres. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. That survived, it's in good condition. So for actual 2000 tooling, it's quite nice sucker. There's enough detail on there for me, especially for a 172, and now, you know, I've got old man eyes, so 172 is probably something that's a little bit more difficult for me to see properly. Right, now we're getting here. Oh. Little bag for your poly tabs, so that's for your propellers to allow them to be spinnable. I don't know why you don't put them in with the actual. Actually, I'm going to put them in with the decals because that's where I usually expect to see poly tabs. Almost like that losing there. Okay, so now we've got these 2 sprues that are in here, sprue A and sprue B, I presume. Yeah. Right. So we start with sprue lead because we seem to be going backwards anyway. Right. So we've got the upper and lower wing surfaces. Right. Okay. Actually, there's some nice detail on these wings. There's a lot of sort of marks on it though. That's not going to like affect the paintwork. But yeah, panel lines, rivets around panels. Yeah. You got on this one you got some raised rivets. Here you've got like rivets pushed in. Oh, here rivets going in. But yeah, here on raised rivets around here. Panels look okay, so horizontal stabilisers and elevators. They look like the one piece. Okay, looking nice though. It's going to be a beautiful aircraft to build. There's something about a Mosquito, I don't know what it is about mosquitoes that I'm really drawn to. Engine cells. Okay, obviously we have a cockpit tub here. There's tail wheel. Two of them for that assembly. Fuselage forward and aft. Tail's already attached to the fuselage, so that's not a separate assembly. Not sure whether they're shrouds or whether they're part of the. Once I get to starting to build, we'll figure it out. But again, some nice little bits of detail on fuselage. Not much to say. There's no panel-ons on there. Remember, these things were sort of like built from wood and probably fabric as well. So it's more than the metallic areas, which is the structure. So there presumably wasn't panel lines on the whole of this fuselage because of the way it's constructed. Right, it's all looking in good condition. There's a seat. I still got, there's still more internal stuff there. Yeah, it's going to be really nice build this. Right, haven't seen any flash. Even on this age tooling. It's like 25 years old this, so it's probably older than most of you out there. But I did get the kit on a deal, so I'm really pleased with the value. This is going to give me many hours of enjoyment. It may be a bit of a horror to record though, because it's so intricate. And it may mean lots and lots of episodes, because I'm trying to keep sort of regular uploads onto YouTube at the moment. But that's the final two sprues. Very nice. As far as I'm concerned, this is great. Can't wait to get into this. So that's basically what you get in there. And the usual fit. It's still there, the usual Tamiya thing. So even 25 years ago, they still had the old tech tips. I don't know what it looks like now because I haven't got a more modern version, but it looks pretty much the same. A lot of writing and gubbins on the inside of the box. Yeah, it's just. Normally that's a little sheet. It was on the BF109, but they printed it inside the base of the box. But as you can see, the box has had a bit of a beating. So I'm surprised actually there was only one piece that came loose from the sprue. So as you can see, there's a lot to it. I mean, this was less than $20, so there's a lot to it. So many hours of enjoyment out of this, and I'm pleased with the amount of detail on it for this size, this scale. That's the one piece that come off, the part of the nose canopy, part of the nose. So as long as it's keeping it there, it'll be nice and safe. Decals look okay as well. Yeah. The glass I haven't had a look at. Like I said, I doubt if I'll be looking at the glass because I don't like to open it, take the glass out of the bag because I don't want to get it scratched or anything. But it seems to be quite a few pieces in there. One thing I don't like, and this isn't Tamiya. I found this also when I was building a Lancaster. Is I'm not a big fan of the actual main cockpit having. I can't do it without showing you. And I don't want to take it out of the bag. Anyway, I don't know if you can see. Right. In here you'll see the main cockpit tub, the main cockpit canopy. Two of these side pieces, I presume, are there. They're separate. You've got to separately glue them on. and I always find these really finicky, and also they're a nightmare to mask off to make sure you get you paint the framework. Not a fan of that, to tell you the truth. Right, but that's not just a Tamiya thing anyway, and it's not just this kit thing, and it's not even a Tamiya thing or an Airfix thing. I've seen it on both manufacturers now, so but the glass looks okay at the moment from what I'm seeing. Can't see any scratches. I mean, I can actually see through this pretty clearly. Can't see any scratches. I can see through the pieces, even through the cellophane, pretty clearly. So yeah, right, happy with that. Manual, pretty straightforward, and there's the box. Thoughts on it? Value for money? Well, for what I paid for it, bargain. As a newer modeler, this is going to be a great way to get into something a little bit more intricate. Mind you, I did do the Lancaster, which that's Airfix, so that was a struggle. You can go and see the video on that on the Lancaster build anyway. That was more of a slideshow because I didn't record it like I'm recording the BF109 at the moment. But yeah, Tamiya is well known for its good fit and easy putting it together, and hopefully 25 years ago it was the same as it is now. Anyway, let me know what you think of the Mosquito. If you've actually built it and you've got any advice, yeah, put something in the comments, yeah, because like I said, as a new modeler, I like to soak up every bit of advice and information that I can get from anybody. So if you've built this kit and got any advice, yeah, get it in the comments, because I really want to hear from you. But that's about it. I can't remember if I give one of the models stars or not. So I can't really give. I don't think I'll bother giving stars anymore. It's not fair. But yeah. So there we have it. The De Havilland Mosquito, Bomber MK.IV, photo reconnaissance MK.IV from Tamiya in 1/72 scale. I love the look of the kit, and I really can't wait to get onto it. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and click the little belly thing so you get notified of any uploads. I'm trying to upload on a regular basis now so that I can start to grow the channel properly. Any comments, like I said, put in there, especially if you've built one of these and you've got any advice for me. And don't forget to like the video as well, because it helps the algorithm and it helps to start pushing the channel a little bit. Right then, hopefully the next video will be like a bit more on the BF109, so I'll see you guys later.